If you like my videos, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up to date with all the latest news regarding my channel and my content. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe below or at the end of the video. G'day guys, Dave Lee coming at you once again from Down Under with another, I guess, trailer reaction video. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Avengers Infinity War TV spot today. This is called the Chant TV spot. This dropped overnight, my time about 5 AM. So obviously I was asleep when this dropped. Usually when these things come out, I try and do a reaction as soon as possible. This morning I've just been completely busy. I didn't have a chance to do it sort of when I got up, and I've been kind of putting it off. I kind of, on one hand, I didn't really want to watch it because I feel like I've seen enough of the movie now. And what Disney tend to do is when they really ramp up their marketing, they kind of start spoiling a few things. Like, these movies are so secretive for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, like a month or a couple of weeks before the movie comes out, they just completely start spoiling it. They drop big movie clips, they drop TV spot after TV spot and just spoil so much. On one hand, I just didn't get around to it. The other hand, I was kind of debating whether or not to do it. I've had a couple of people ask me to do one, so I feel like I have an obligation to kind of do one for the channel and for all my subscribers out there to watch. The interesting thing is this is TV spot number 7. I don't think I've really watched any of the other TV spots, but what makes this one interesting and I guess unique is that it's a 1-minute TV spot as opposed to the usual like 20 to 30 second spot, and apparently there's like a ton of new footage in here. Kind of the thing I wanted to avoid, but then it's so tempting to just open it and watch it, and again I feel an obligation to do it, so I'm gonna do it. And at the end of it, we'll try and pick apart some of the newer stuff that's in the trailer, and we'll just do a little bit of a dissection, I suppose. All right, let's do it. Let's start this thing up. Okay.
Dread it. Run from it. The end is near. We're gonna need some help. How you been, Buck?
Not bad for the end of the world.
Woo! Oh my lord. What are they saying? Keep on back. Keep on back. Oh, this is awesome, man. Oh my lord.
For one life. We fight for all of them.
Avengers Infinity War.
When you said we were going to open Wakanda to the rest of the world, this is not what I imagined.
Oh my lord.
What did you imagine?
The Olympics? Maybe even a Starbucks?
Everywhere April 27th.
Okay, good. The good thing is it didn't give away too much. It's just enough to just keep my appetite just a little bit more wet. Just ready to go. Oh my lord. I don't want to see any more, so please, Marvel, don't drop any more of these. There is actually quite a decent amount of new stuff in here. Now let's kind of scan through it and just have a look at what we've got here that's kind of new.
Dread it. Run from it. The end is near.
We got sort of a little voiceover of Thanos at the beginning here, which has been absent from the other trailers. I guess they're trying to keep Thanos somewhat a little bit secretive, I guess. They're not trying to show too much about him, and every time we get just a little tease of him, it's like mind-blowing. It's awesome. So we got this little bit at the beginning here, which is pretty cool. As the trailer goes on and on, there's more and more new stuff. There's this little bit here, Tony Stark addressing the Avengers, saying, "We need more people.
We're gonna need some help."
We're gonna need some help. Is this Tony Stark maybe making amends with Captain America and the other side of the Avengers? We know coming out of Civil War, the Avengers are divided straight down the middle. There's 2 teams still at play. Do these guys decide, let's get back together? We need to start working together again. I don't know, maybe, or maybe they're just talking about recruiting more people like Doctor Strange, etc. You see Wong is standing there, so I don't know. I could be reading too much into this, but maybe the Avengers are going to come back together some way. Even though we know they're all going to be on different planes, Tony Stark and his side is kind of going to be in New York. There's going to be the side in Wakanda. Thor's going to be off with the Guardians. Who knows? They might all kind of slam together and be working together at some point. That's what I'm hoping for anyway in this movie. There's a whole bunch of new stuff on Wakanda in this. If we take a look, we see Captain America coming to greet T'Challa and the Wakandan army, which is kind of what we've seen a little bit in the previous trailers. But the most exciting thing here is Captain America finally meeting back up with Bucky, which is awesome. The first time Cap and Bucky have met since, again, the end of Civil War. Obviously, maybe Captain America hasn't been in Wakanda watching over him. He's obviously refreshed, he's new, is he the White Wolf? Who knows? But it's good, and Bucky's got a little bit of a smile on his face here. They're both really happy to see each other, so it's good to see Bucky in good spirits again. But we're gonna get like a proper, real Bucky. He's been brainwashed this whole time, so it's gonna be good to get back to the roots of that character. Not so much the Winter Soldier, but Bucky Barnes, so that's gonna be really cool to see. Again, there's just so much new stuff here from Wakanda. I love this bit here with the chant. The chant goes throughout the whole trailer, like the second half of the trailer. Keep on back. 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 If you've been watching my channel, you know that I had my issues with Black Panther. I really loved the movie, but there are just a few things that kind of held it back for me personally as like one of the best Marvel movies. One of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing in Black Panther, is that climactic battle sequence. I love it. I love just watching that Wakandan army just kicking some butt, and this is going to send that into overdrive. You know, you had the Wakandan army fighting Killmonger and sort of his divided Wakandan army. Now this time we see them all sort of fighting together, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be overdrive for Wakanda. We can see here M'Baku is here leading a squad as well, which is awesome. I thought M'Baku was like one of the standout characters from Black Panther, and he's standing next to Okoye, and we can see there as well Captain America and Black Widow and the Hulkbuster up the back as well, which we believe Bruce Banner might be driving it. Who knows? But that's awesome. So I love this shot. Just, it's awesome. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that's from the other trailers. We get a nice little shot of Black Widow here, which has been absent from the other trailers. We can see that obviously in the middle of a battlefield. Maybe this is the end of the battle. Everyone's just sort of looking around like, what is going on? I'm not sure, but that looks cool. And she's looking weathered. She's looking, I'm not going to say she looks old, because she doesn't look old. She just looks a bit beaten down, worn, a little bit more aged than she's looked in the past movies. It's been a tough 10 years for these Avengers. I think that looks good. I think that really suits her too. I mean, she has been through a lot as a character, emotionally, physically, and it's starting to show, and I love that. I love it. I think she's one of my favorite characters, you know that, and I love that it's becoming more personal. These people are becoming more human, the more human side of it, the more story-driven, character-driven side, I think is great, and her character arc has been really fantastic. I think everyone's is kind of grinding to a halt where they're all wearing down, and we can see it in Black Widow here, right here. I think that's such a powerful, a beautiful shot even, really fantastic. Got a whole lot of stuff here that we have seen. Thor with the Guardians, it's a shot we've seen before. Spider-Man swinging around. We've got Black Widow kicking some butt against the Black Order. That's, I believe that's a new shot. We've seen little snippets of that in the past, but that's, look, I can't wait for that moment. We have Shuri here as well, getting in on the action. Thanos getting blown up, the Hulk enraging. This is crazy, look at this. I'm not a huge fan of Hulk. I've said this in the past, he's not one of my favorite characters. I never really enjoyed the Hulk comics. I never enjoyed the Hulk standalone movies as much as the other ones, but he's a cool character, and I loved him in Thor Ragnarok, and look at this, he's just looking ripped and mean. Nasty. Maybe we're gonna get like a really nasty Hulk in this, I can't wait. And again, we've got more Wakandan army stuff, a little bit of stuff we've seen, but I just can't wait for that sequence. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. I love Iron Man. I love seeing him in battle. Flying through a battle in New York, which is gonna be awesome. A new shot of Scarlet Witch, which I just thought was so cool. She's finally harnessed her full potential, her full powers. I think they're finally going to come into play in this movie. And then right at the very end, we get like this little gag here.
When you said we were going to open Wakanda to the rest of the world, this is not what I imagined.
What did you imagine?
The Olympics? Maybe even a Starbucks?
I know a lot of people have kind of been complaining that there's been gags in these trailers. I don't get that. A lot of people are going, oh, you know, the last trailer was so long, so epic, so thematic, and then they throw like a little gag at the end, and people are losing their minds. Why they throw the gag and it ruins the atmosphere of the trailer? Well, you know the movies are going to be like that. The movies have been like that for a decade. It's time to get over the fact there's going to be a little bit of humor in these. These trailers are not, believe it or not, they're not here just to pander to the fans. They're here to give the fans fans, you know, a bit of hype, but they also at the same time have to sell this movie to people who maybe haven't seen the last 10 years worth of cinema from Marvel Studios and trying to latch on to as many markets as they can. This is their biggest movie ever, and they're really trying to capitalize on not only the markets of the Avengers fans, not just Black Panther fans, Iron Man fans, Captain America, Hulk, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange fans, etc, etc, Spider-Man fans. They're trying to like grab an audience that might not be so familiar with the universe as well, and throwing in some action, some intense moments, some dramatic moments, and a little bit of comedy gives the audience an idea of what the movie's gonna be like. For those who maybe haven't watched one of the movies or haven't watched too many of the movies or don't know kind of the Marvel formula by now, I don't have a problem with the little gags at the end. The only thing I think is this, it seems like it may be a little bit out of place with Black Panther, but then, I mean, Black Panther didn't have so many gags, it didn't have so much comedy in it, and I felt that was such a good move for that movie. I felt like it would have been too disrespectful had they just loaded it with humor, but there were occasional jokes in the movie, and maybe this is just kind of stemming off that. I don't know, for me it just kind of felt a little bit weird, but that's the natural progression of these characters. As the characters grow, they become more loose, they become funnier, as we've seen with Thor in Ragnarok. So I think it kind of works. As long as they just limit that humor to that particular side of the universe, I think that's going to be okay. I don't have a huge problem with that. It was just kind of something that stood out to me as, okay, so we're going to start trying to push a little bit more humor with T'Challa and the Wakandan Black Panther universe. That's fine, and I'm totally cool with that. It's just a little bit of a shock to me. Trailer ends with a couple more shots of these guys just kicking butt against the Black Order, and I think that is absolutely awesome. So many great scenes are going to be in this movie that I just can't wait to sink my teeth into this film. Look, that is it. I know I've been saying it this whole time. I said at the end of the last trailer, I said at the end of the trailer before that, and I said at the beginning of this one, I don't want to see anymore. That's it. My appetite is wet, and I'm just ready to go. And I just want to go straight into the cinema, sit down without knowing anything that's going to go on in this movie. This is going to be the biggest movie ever, and I don't want this spoiled for me. I've been waiting for this for 10 years. I'm keen to see what happens. I can't wait for this movie. I'm dying. It's only like 17 days away, so I'm content with what I've got, and I'm ready to just go and see it. Look, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video right there. If this is the first video of mine that you've watched, and you've enjoyed this video, you'd like to see more of my videos in the future, movie reactions, reviews, editorials, all of that, then please hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen at the end of the video. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me, and to absolutely everybody out there, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does a great job in getting my videos out there. Don't forget to follow me over on Stardust. I'm so close to my goal of 150 referrals, so please help me get over that line. And also, I've just started up a Patreon account. I haven't officially launched it. I'll do a video to launch it over the next week or two. You know, no obligation to support me or donate anything, but if you want to just go and have a look at some ways that you can maybe help out with furthering the creation of my content and assuring that I'm able to continue doing this in the long run, then please go over there and just have a quick look and maybe check out the little perks that I have on offer and all that stuff. But you know, otherwise I'm happy for you guys to just keep showing your support by showing up and viewing my videos every couple of days. That really means a lot. Look, guys, I'm going to close this video off. I hope I'll see you all again soon. Until next time, take care, and I hope you have an absolutely marvelous day. Take it easy, guys.